Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. In today's video we're going to be making some games. I am so excited. Let's Resin sent me this massive box of, this is a gallon of resin. They also sent me 3 molds. In this video I'm going to be showing you one of the molds, and I'm going to be doing 2 more videos using the other molds. But the first mold is a tic tac toe, so not like noughts and crosses, which I was really excited about. I wanted to use this one first, but I did ask in my group which mold people wanted me to use first, because I thought my kids might like to play this game, like the tic-tac-toe game. So anyway, in this gallon box of resin, you get, I think it was like 20 cups. You get this ocean white epoxy resin pigment. I've not used this yet, like anything like this. And also these are like blue resin dyes. So I've not used anything like this yet, so I'm gonna try and get a little bit more creative in my next videos and maybe use those. I ended up pulling everything out the box. So you get 2 bottles of resin, you get these 2 pumps, which are great because I feel like they're just a bit, you know, I mean the bottles of resin were huge, so they're quite handy to have. You get these little mixing cups. You get some like mylar flakes and some gold leaf. We're going to use the gold leaf today. And you also get this. I was like, what's that for? Unfortunately, it arrived broken. There's a little lid that goes on that, and then you just put it on top of the. You screw it onto this resin pigment. So you take the lid off, and then this would replace the lid. But obviously it's broken, so we'll ignore that for now. Right, you also get this little tool thing. I assume that's for maybe mixing. I don't know. And then you get these little spoons, which I think are for the mica powder. I think this one is like a tabletop to protect your tabletop. These are the mica powders. I didn't realise you got mica powder with these as well. So there's more watermelon red, bluish green, black, golden, dark purple, which, oh my gosh, is probably my favorite, and then dark blue as well. So you get 5 colors, 6 colors of pigment. And then these are packets of gloves. I don't particularly, there's 10, that was me trying to say you get 10 you take 10 gloves, and then that's like an apron to protect your clothing. And then lastly you get about 20 of these wooden sticks for stirring. So here goes. This is the mold. I did start to get it out, but yeah, so obviously it would come in this little grip seal bag, which is good because it can obviously keep your molds protected and keep them away from dust, or keep the dust out. You get a resin mold manual, which has got some like tips in it, which is great. And then you actually get 2 molds, a big one and a little one. So you could do like a little travel tic-tac-toe, couldn't you? Oh my gosh, how adorable. So on these, sometimes on molds from Let's Resin I've had before, I had to just check. They put how much resin you need to fill the mold, but I was looking on these and they don't actually have these. So I ended up just guessing it, and I guessed way wrong. So they had already sent me previously some fast curing casting resin, which these, I think there was about 600 mils in all here, because there was 300 of each. So I'm actually going to use this up first, because I don't want to, I thought I'll use up some of the stuff that they'd already sent me, if that makes sense. It would just save space as well. Anyway, so, and I can't remember, I tried to have a look in the instructions, because in one of the last instructions it said to pour one of the, I can't remember if it was part A or part B, into your mixing cup first. I actually put part B in first. I think it's because one of either part A or part B has a slightly thicker consistency, so you're supposed to put one, I can't remember, but I put B in and then I put A in, and I ended up mixing all of these together. So I ended up like with the whole 600 mils. I did actually get a little jar. I made a little jar out of this as well, which I don't show in the video because the video is for the tic-tac-toe game. I'm using my little mixing thing, this little mixing gadget that they sent. Unfortunately, it only spins for 40 seconds, so you have to end up pushing it about 7 times. Can't remember how long you're supposed to mix the resin for, but I'm just gonna sit this on top of the cup for 3. It says to leave it to settle for 3 to 5 minutes. This is me trying to tell you 3 to 5 minutes. I'm just going to leave it there for a bit, and then I'm going to start to decant the resin into some smaller mixing. These are the silicone mixing cup things that I got with another set of resin that they kindly sent me. I'm going to add, I asked Scott to choose which colours he wanted, and we ended up going with gold and green. So I'm adding a little bit of the mica powder to this. I'm going to give it a good mix, make sure it's all mixed in, or as best as possible. It's not the end of the world. And then what I will do in a minute is I'm going to grab some of the... Oh, I decided to put some more in. I love the mica powder. It just leaves a really nice, like shiny, shimmery, I don't know, it's just really nice. This is the gold leaf. I'm going to just throw that in. You can sit and break bits up and put it in, but if you mix it enough, it kind of does start to break up anyway. Though if I were to do it again, I probably would have broken it up a little bit before I put it in, just so that it, yeah, because there was on one of the noughts and crosses, there was quite a big chunk. But now I've done that, I'm going to start to pour it into my noughts and crosses. Oh yeah, this is another thing, I didn't think about this until afterwards. There's only 2 noughts and 2 crosses, so you're gonna have to either get like 2 molds or wait for these to have cured, pop them out, and then make up some more. I ended up making up some more after this because you're not going to be able to play the game with just 2 noughts and 2 crosses. I thought that was I thought that was a bit odd. Do you know what I mean? That it baffled me a little bit, but there we go. It doesn't matter. You can just like wait for these to cure and then make up some more. There we go, problem solved. Or buy yourself a second mould if you don't want to wait. Right, because I had some of the gold left over, I'm just going to move that onto my little silicone mat thing. I'm going to pour the rest of this gold randomly over this will be the board. So, because I don't want to waste any, I'm going to get out what I can with my little wood stick thing, lolly stick, and then into this same cup I think I mix up some, we want to add the green, you see, and I don't know if you can see in the top left hand corner there. All right, I grabbed one of these cups because I thought I'd pour some, I thought I'd gonna need a bit more than what I'd mixed up previously. I'm going to add in some of my old nail sugar glitter into this. So this is the bluish green, although I just call it green pigment. There we go. There we go, put some of that in. If you're not sure how much to put in, put a small amount in first, give it a mix, and then see if you're happy with it. Because it's always easier to add more. You can't take out if you put too much in. And then I accidentally poured way too much glitter in. But it actually looked quite nice in the end. So now that's in. By the way, these gloves were a bit big on me, and it made everything a little bit awkward. Awkward. It wasn't really awkward. It was just, no, it was awkward. That is the right word. It was just like holding things was a bit awkward because the gloves were very flappy for me. But it's all right if you've got big hands. They'll probably be fine. I do have some nitrile gloves, I think, that I could have used. But I thought I'd give them a go because you've got 10 pairs in the box, so you might as well use them. So here I'm just adding the green over like the gold, and I don't care if it mixes in. You don't really see the gold after, like, once it's all cured, because it kind of mixes in with the green. So So I'm pouring that on. And I'm going to scoop out as much of the excess as I can. The mould wasn't actually completely filled up, so I did have to mix up some more. I wish they'd, even if they put it on the website, I wish they were able to tell you exactly how much each mould needs, because it would just save so much, like, not necessarily waste, but like it, do you know what I mean? So it would be good, yeah, if they had that, even if they don't have it on the molds, if they'd have it on the website. So in this cup here, I only mixed up some pigment. I didn't add any more glitter because I had loads of glitter in there already. But the glitter has got like a nice, when the light hits it, it's got like that golden hue. So I just felt that was really nice with the gold noughts and crosses. Okay, now this is a fast cure resin. You are able to demold it after 4 hours, I believe. And then it's supposed to fully set between 8 and 10. I dropped my stick. Oh my gosh. I think though, I'm sure, I don't think I worked out the time correctly. I tried to demold it and I thought, oh yes, that's ready. Because the mold was coming away, but it wasn't, I couldn't get it out because it was almost like I couldn't get it out, and I thought, oh no, I'm not going to risk that, because can you see it's all bending and getting misshapen. I think I tried to demold it an hour early, and I also tried to get the board out as well, which, look, after I put it back in, it ended up like misshapen because like this one, I hadn't tried to get this one out, and you can see how smooth that one was. But you might notice on the edge of the board where the light hits it as well. I'm going to enjoy picking that off. I love picking anyway. So this is the demolding bit. This is my favorite bit. So that's that, you can see the gold leaf in there with the mica powder. It just looks really nice. What colours would you do if you were going to do this? What colours would you pick? I love that. That's so cool. And then this is the green, the board. I think you can see in the top corner where I tried to take it out. But they just sit in there like that. Look how cool that is. I love it so much. So anyway, I did grab some more resin, and I did fill up the noughts and crosses molds again. And then because I had some left over, I decided to fill in the little mold as well. So you can see the little mold. So this resin I left for, it was about a day because it wasn't a fast curing resin. It was a different resin. Yeah, it was a normal resin, not a fast curing one. So I'm gonna pop out and I accidentally put in way too much mica powder. I tried to like pour it in gently, and just like this whole lot fell out. So these ones are a bit more gold in colour than the previous ones, but I thought it didn't matter because it was just, I was like, if you mix them up a bit, it's like you've got two darker golden, I don't know. Anyway, it might bug some people, but it's only for my boys, so they won't mind. So, and I thought I'm not going to do a third one because I didn't know if I was going to do the 9th one. I wasn't sure whether I was going to do a nought or a cross, but I thought after, I don't know. It's really, maybe I should do a nought and a cross, but then if I did that, they wouldn't fit all nicely in the board, if you know what I mean. I don't know. Anyway, this is the smaller one. So the smaller one, I used that gold, but I added some blue to the mix afterwards, because I thought we'll have a gold and a green, and then a gold and a blue. So these are a lot smaller. See? And I haven't actually made any more noughts and crosses on this yet. So this one only has 2 noughts and 2 crosses at the moment, but that's them done. I'll leave the websites and the discount codes below for you. I do have a discount code, I think it's 10%, but I'll see you in the next one.